I just got to the point where I have engines. By the way, is the sound all right? Let me know if the sound levels are okay. It builds ammo. Essentially, what this is doing is this is just a survival base. This is meant... thanks, Jester. This base is really just meant to let me survive the early game of RSO. RSO is Resource Spawner Overhaul. It's one of the mods in Colonel Will's mod pack, which is hello. It's exactly what I'm using. There we go. I did not turret that up. I really should do that. While I'm talking, I'm going to get turrets up there. So, essentially, I'm just trying to survive. I'm not trying to do anything fancy, get anything huge done. With RSO, if you look down here, my iron patch is already starting to thin out. You see, I've got a handful of miners here that are already running out. Stream dropping. Oh, okay. Let's see if the buffering clears up after a couple minutes. It did this last night as well, or 2 nights ago. It just took it a little bit to get stabilized. So the thing about RSO is that you don't have the ability to really crank through research, etc., as much as you might like. You can't really just start making a base that's going to go straight to blue science and get roboports and all that stuff up, because these resources that it spawns you with are not going to last. You can see here, I did some exploring last time. The nearest copper patch is all the way up there. Okay, H-Hall says refreshing seemed to make it better, so I will hold for just a couple seconds if everybody wants to refresh the stream. If you just want to reload the page. I'm just going to be explaining some RSO stuff here in a minute. I'll check my turrets real quick, and then I'll start explaining again. Okay, so there, got quite a bit more going on there. Getting hit from the south too. I'm gonna go grab some more ammo, get those upgraded. Got a handful of repair packs. Yeah, so essentially what I'm trying to do is just research trains, which, as you can see, I've done. I've gotten all the basic train research done. So the next step, and actually I've already automated production of rails, so the next step is probably going to be to actually start building some trains and then fight those biters back up north. Just to get... We're going to try to get access to those resources. And I'm just trying to shore up my defenses before I leave, because I want to make sure that the base survives even if I'm not here. Like, I haven't even built walls or anything like that, because in the early game, the turrets actually do fairly well against the biters. And, see, we're already getting hit and they barely even damaged it. Oh, did I not swap the ammo out on that one? Ammo? 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 Yeah, I didn't... I repaired it, but I didn't load ammo into it. There we go. So, the goal right now is for me to get a rail line built up to the north here so I can tap into iron and copper. because these supplies are not going to last. GG, no ammo. Yep. Actually gonna strengthen this a little bit. Since I got the ammo to do it. I'll actually just do 25 each, because I haven't really been getting hit a whole lot on this side. Another early game tactic that can be useful is you'll notice that right now I've got my whole base shut down. I started aggroing a lot of different biter bases all at once, and I do not have the military tech quite yet to wipe those out. So I've shut down the base to try to bring in my pollution cloud a bit while I work on some other stuff. Yeah, let's head up there. I'm gonna see how well I fare against the biters up north, because those are the only ones that are really pressing right now for me to get rid of. And I'm also gonna have to figure out where I want to... Oh, thank you, autosave. Ore richness does go up the farther away you are from the start point in RSO. Is there any limit? I am not sure. Will would probably actually be the better one to ask about that. Okay, let's see. I would really like this to be day before I start rushing in there. Yeah, and actually some grenades would be nice. Shotgun. Shotgun shells. Ah, the green circles you can find in the menu up here. So show FPS, this button right here. If you hit F4, this menu comes up. And these are just debug information. The green circles actually show where the enemies can expand to. So it's just a way to see if you've got biters potentially moving into the area. It's kind of like an early warning system. Some people consider it cheaty. I like it because otherwise it's really frustrating to go in and make sure that you've completely cleared everything out. I can turn that off for the minute, though. It's not really critical at the moment. Another one that I really like here is the show train braking distance. This puts a red dot on the tracks ahead of a train to show basically where the train is trying to stop to. And it gives you a little bit of an early warning as far as when there's a train coming along a line if you're standing on it trying to work around it. So some of the debug options are actually rather useful, and you can just hit F4 again to get rid of that. Distance squared amount of ore from the base, though. So average per chunk ore density surpasses the vanilla and shoots right past it. Yeah. I would say that Madzuri is one of our experts. He definitely knows more about the game than I do. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Okay, get out of there. Get out of there. I got stuck on biters. Dang. Okay. Let's just do this. And actually, I'm tired of hitting enter here. I forgot what I had that set to. Let me actually go into controls. And I think enter is... Enter the car. Yeah, is return. I might make that tab. I don't think tab is set to do anything. Yeah, I'm going to make that tab. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah, that shotgun is completely useless. Something a lot of new players don't realize is that whenever you are shooting with the gun, if you hold space, it aims wherever you're pointing with the mouse. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to keep damage on the spawners while I'm preventing any of the biters from getting near me. Okay. There we go. Oh, this really makes me want combat robots. Okay. Grab some wood while I'm up here, because I know that I'm pretty much out. I got kind of unlucky with wood in this save. There was hardly any right next to my spawn. Okay, what's the richness like here? Yeah, it looks like about 1700 on the high end, so it's not bad. Well, yeah, here's the max zoom out. You remember seeing Will's map that was completely covering this entire area. This is the full zoom out, and this is all I can see, is this tiny little spot, just to give you an idea. Hopefully I'll get there. Nope, 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 nope. Where's the... Oh, it's that end. Whoops. I can play Factorio. I know what I'm doing. Okay. I left my car right down here, I think. Nope, off to the east. Oh yeah, Jackalope Gaming has a good point there. C is the targeted shoot to shoot whatever you want. Spacebar only shoots hostile enemies. So, for example, if I get out here and I don't want this rock to be here, I'm hitting spacebar right now. It's not doing anything. If I hold C, whatever I'm selecting is going to get shot, whether it is neutral, friendly, hostile, doesn't matter. So you can actually shoot your own buildings, your own chests. So you got to be careful with the C button. Okay. Might as well actually stop here and grab that I couldn't carry earlier. I mined out some stone that was underneath my boilers. Oh yeah, shotguns and flamethrowers always fire. The assault rifle has a slightly different behavior. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and fire this up, but I'm not going to start research, because I want to make sure that I'm manufacturing parts for trains, etc. So there we go. The base is powered back up. Ooh, I was going to branch off coal there. Why was I branching off coal? I honestly don't know. I don't know why this is here. Doesn't need to be. Okay, yep. Let's go down here and clean up my inventory a bit. Control click will drop whatever you're holding into an inventory, and you can click it repeatedly. Let me go over here. For example, Like, here's this stone. If I shift click, it'll move, or sorry, control click will move everything, or as much as will fit. And if you pick this up individually, you can control click to drop individual stacks one at a time. And if you control click on the chest, it'll take as much as possible. So there's some nice little shortcuts built into the game like that that are very useful. You'll definitely want to learn those. Actually... yeah. So there we go. How many engines have I got? Wow, I got tons of engines. Sweet. Let's just do that, that. I got tons of steel and iron. So I should be able to go ahead and make 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Do I want to go 141s to start with? Probably. Oh, hold on. I've got way too many things here. I don't want to craft all those gear wheels. I've actually got a gear wheel box up here somewhere. No? I must not have that at the moment. Let's just do that then. Normally I like to try to have a inventory that's got a lot of the basics built in. Let's see, how many of these do I have? I didn't build any of them yet, so we'll do 5, 6, 7, 8. Right-clicking in here gives you 5 of whatever item you're pointing at. Makes it a little bit easier to craft a whole bunch all at once. I think, yep, I've already got curved rail. I've got a bunch of inserters. Actually, I'm going to want more smart inserters and fast inserters. So I'm going to grab those. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab one stack there. Now then, let's see what I got here. Ooh, yeah, let's go ahead and make a farl. And make a car for that. We'll need a few more engines. 2 more of those. Alright, let's see, what else can I get here? Do I have enough to do... Yes, electric energy distribution. I'm definitely going to want that to run stuff up the main line. Okay, oops, that turret up there is out of ammo. Not good. You know what, I'm just gonna give it a whole bunch. There we go. Oh, fish. Hold right click on the shadows in the water and you can grab fish. You can actually take these and click them on yourself to eat them. I just ate one. And that will restore a good chunk of your health if you're in a bad situation. Spot the odd thing with this. Oh. Factorio 0.12.25. So with that, I'm going to want steel and copper, I think, for those. Let's see, where have I got steel and copper near each other? Steel's coming over here. Ah, steel and copper right here. That's all going into ammo production right now, though. Yes, I tend to just upgrade everything to Assembly 2 as soon as possible, because then the actual timings are accurate. because well, it's 0.75 instead of half, I think. Madzuri? Can you explain the difference between the tiers of assembling machines? Because I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, let's grab some of those. Yeah, I got plenty of those. Okay, so where do I want to make my temporary stations? This water is just kind of a pain. I think because the ore is on this side, I want to come over here, which unfortunately means I need to take out some biter nests. Oops. I always do that. I always hit escape to get out of the map. I'm not sure what game gave me that habit, but something did. Yeah. Let's actually... I want to have a couple turrets to fall back to before I get over there. Man, this is slow. I miss concrete. I miss power armor. Yeah, we'll just use that. There you go. Madzuri says, yeah, 0.5, 0.75, 1.25. I tend to just try to keep all of my assemblers at relatively similar version. Why am I running manual? Okay, let me take the car. I tend to just try to keep all my assemblers at the exact same level, because then that way it's easier to figure out the ratios of the components that I need. Because if you got slower assemblers feeding into faster assemblers, you need more of the slow ones in order for stuff to balance out properly. Okay. Let's craft a couple more of those. Alright, biters, bring it. Okay, I can actually move these up a bit. Let's actually get those on the hotbar. That seems like a good idea. Oh. Sure. Ah, what the heck. Come on. There we go. Nice. That actually worked really, really well, so I think I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna try to push out the rest of these biters off to the west, because I want a nice, straight, clear shot coming up this way. Should probably actually get some radars going. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Shotgun shell, damage, shooting speed. Shotgun shell shooting speed is cheap. Let's do that. Oh, you found me already. Ooh, okay. Hold on, that's a worm. Those guys can be a little bit of a pain. Yeah, grenades are awesome against the small worms in the early game. They also work fairly well against structures. Actually, those are working even better than the turret creep. I'm gonna make some more of those. Oh no, I don't have any coal with me. That's alright. Oh, out of ammo. Are you serious? Oh no! Shoot, craft some ammo. Dang. What? Oh no, here we go. I've got normal. Die. Oh, I wasn't expecting to run out right there. That's alright, I got a bunch more of this regular that I need to burn up. Oh, and it does not do nearly as good of a job. Okay. Time to quit being dumb. Let's go fix this. Where's my car? It's back over here. Let's just go grab some coal, make some more grenades, and grab some more ammo, and we'll deal with this properly. Top of Factorio, huh? Always go for the melee kill. Yeah, they're called biters for a reason. I tend to like to keep them at range whenever possible. Okay. How much ammo is in here? Yeah. We'll get those. I want that. And yeah, I don't think I've actually got a coal box set up anywhere, do I? No. I'll just scoop some up off the line. And yeah. Nice. That ought to cover me for a while. This version is 0.2.24. It's the same as the Steam version. I just haven't converted over to Steam yet. I already had all the mods and everything set up on here. I'm using Colonel Will's exact mod pack. Okay, this is really dark. I can barely see. Okay. Man, I've only got 6 of those. Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't get that one dead all the way. There we go. Down. Alright, here we go. That's this space dealt with. Okay. I'm feeling a lot better about that western side now. Let's see, I got 3 more grenades, got quite a few more coming. Let's go ahead and just push the rest of these back. This is kind of a double-edged sword, clearing out biters. On the one hand, it makes them stop attacking you in the short term. On the other, it does make them stronger. But then again, so does leaving them in the pollution cloud. So I'm actually, now that I say that, I'm trying to decide, do I really want to take these 2 out, or do I want to just defend against their rushes for now? think I'm actually more interested in taking out this group right here. If I'm going to leave anything in the cloud, it would be these two down here. I want those off of that coal patch because I want that. I think I'm going to start out with a main line running north-south right here. And I'm just going to branch off, put a station between these two, and I'm going to branch off here and put a station right out here. Maybe even put a little station right next to that iron. Because I'm doing very little research, it's very simple research right now, I really think that my pollution cloud should start to shrink some. Oh, hello. Okay, shotgun shell shooting speed. Let's do... oh, yeah, oil processing is going to be a good one to have. We will need that sooner rather than later. Okay, let's go around. This will be a good way to burn up a bunch of this ammo. Yeah, let's put half of it in there and half of it in there. That way these things can cover me. There we go. Oh, thank you, autosave. Best possible time as usual. Okay, let's move these up a little bit. They're not quite close enough. Oh! There we go. Come on. Yeah, let's take out this one. Okay. About to run out of ammo, I'll just fall back. Ha! Nice, I had barely enough to finish that thing off. Okay. Oh, nope, I got plenty more ammo. Sweet. Right, come back here. Oop, there we go. Now, small worms are not really a problem at this stage in the game. Medium or large worms you probably don't want to take on by yourself until you've got a little bit better weaponry. Okay. So that's good. That's good. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and start laying out that main line now. There's some nice oil. Well, a couple of them. Actually pretty sparse. Let's go up here. I want this revealed. Okay. Let's see. Already went up from an 8 to 11. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The biter evolution, 12.8%. I don't know exactly what threshold they start sending. I think first it starts by adding spitters and then medium biters. And I don't know exactly what order it adds difficulty from there, but I know that it really does start cranking. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Do the spitters come from the very beginning of the game now? Awesome. Let's do that. Have I got enough stuff to make... Yeah, I'm going to need one for the copper, one for the iron, one for the coal, and one for each of those unloaders back here. I'm going to need a whole bunch of those. Those need iron plate. Rail signals, chain signals. Ah, yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to do. Since I'm not actively pushing back biters anymore... Actually, I don't even think I have enough... I'm just going to knock this down. I don't need all of that anymore. There we go. Okay, there's that. Ooh. Oil processing is done. Stone walls are practically free, why not? Okay, what's going on here? Oh, you're waiting for iron. Is there not enough iron coming through? I think this belt might not be quick enough. Let's actually... Oops. Yeah. I'm going to stop researching for a minute. Okay, so I need a bunch more stone bricks. Yeah, I'll just do this right here. Coal. There we go. Alright, so now, in that space that I freed up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start making large electric poles, because I'm going to need those for this main line in order to run power up to my mining drills. So let's, yeah, you can make those, and you can spit those out into this box, and I want 2 stacks of them. We can also do another one right over here. And actually, I'll go ahead and get these. Yeah, I'll just drop that there, drop one there. Want a couple stacks of the... There. Do you have defenses around your area? Yes, I have just a simple line of turrets. I haven't built any walls yet, but that's usually not really necessary in the very early game. once they start actually overwhelming your turrets and actually start getting in turret kills on a regular basis, that's when I usually switch to actually adding the walls. So, let's see there. Yeah, so the engines are all backed up. That's good. The train track... I'm going to need quite a bit of this. And I've got quite a bit of junk in my inventory too. I'll clean that out in a little bit. I just want to have some of these. I've only got 5 there, 6 there. Stop that. Here, have a bunch of steel. Just trying to kickstart this a little bit. There we go. That's better. Why does it? Oh, yeah, that goes underneath to feed that last one of those. Sure. Yep. Cool. Let's actually shut off... Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm going to shut off rail and engine production for the moment, because I want to focus on getting more of these cranked out. So I just turned that belt around. Maybe feed some of the lower iron production into steel. That is an excellent idea. Yeah, that is a really, really good idea. Actually, I've got a pretty easy way to do it, too. Just do that, and then... Let's see, on this copper line... I think I can actually move that down one. It won't be the prettiest of solutions, but it should work. This light can just move. That's fine. Yep, forgive the spaghetti. This is an early game base. Not super worried about it. There we go. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm gonna replace that belt in a minute anyway. Yeah, I need to leave that one there. Actually, this one no longer needs to be there. Yeah. Sure. And then this could come across. Oh. Yep. Okay, and then we'll put a splitter in. Wherever I put them in my inventory. There we go. And once again, this is... Am I seriously out of belt? Sweet. I lost it. Okay, it's right down here. Yep. There we go. Yeah, then get the furnaces upgraded to steel. That is definitely on the to-do list, and that's actually why I made this little furnace down here. So there's, yeah, 64 iron bricks. I'm actually going to drop my rails back in here. They're causing too much clutter at the moment. So there's that. Steel furnaces. I need steel plates as well. Okay, so now that I've got extra iron routed into the steel production, and I'm really wanting to speed up the steel production, this is actually where I'm going to start upgrading them. Let's just replace this with a box so that I can actually start collecting some of this. I want 4 stacks for personal use. And I'll just replace that back whenever I need to turn that on. Sweet. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. One more. There we go. Nice. So now that steel should be coming in a lot faster. Yep, and this base is just a very early starter. Like I've been telling everybody, is that RSO spawns you with very little resources near the start, and then you pretty quickly have to expand out. Resource spawner overhaul makes it so you have much bigger ore deposits, but they're much fewer and far between. In vanilla, you'll have lots of little ore patches scattered all over, so it's usually pretty easy to complete the game without leaving one area, because it's easy to just run belts out and pull in more resources. With RSO, you've got to move into trains very, very quickly. Stream isn't loading for me. Yeah, try refreshing the page. I'm intentionally not researching right now, Andrew. I've actually not got a whole lot of resources left, and I'm trying to conserve what I'm sitting on so that I have enough resources to build out a main line here and some stations to get those remote ore patches up and running. And I've left my car out here somewhere. There it is. I'm actually going to take the car down here and try to load it up with some rail, because I think that might be the easiest way. Ah, that's a new collision sound. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Nobody say anything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, here we go. Let's put a bunch of that in here. Yeah, I'll put rail cars, farl, a little bit of coal. Put the wood in there. Don't need to carry those around, or that, or that, or that. And I can put some of these extra stacks of inserters away. Let's just top that off. And top that off. Alright. Nice. Okay. Now those can go down to just one stack. Yep, you can rotate things, so if I want to start moving ore the other way, if I want to move these stones in that direction so that this box has more of them, you can just spin it right around. Gotta be careful not to drop stuff on the ground, though. There we go. Get more stone bricks. I could probably use another stack of iron. Okay, now I gotta get this freaking car out of here. I had to just go and put it in a horrible little spot. Okay, there's that. Fix my light. Okay. I don't think the crash counter counts for non-mega base. If it does, I'm gonna be in trouble. Oh man, look at this little troll. Look at this little troll patch of water. That would have been annoying if I had tried to run a main line right through there. Oh, there's another one right over here. Okay, so I'm actually going to try to look and see. It looks like this column of chunks is completely clear. This one is not. It's got stuff in it. This one's not. So you can kind of see this faint boxy outline. Those are actually the chunk borders, and you'll see that I'm standing one off to the right. It's just kind of a useful way to line things up. You can actually also see them much clearer if you do shift space. This pauses the game and it shows you the actual chunk boundaries. This is all the tiles that you can actually place things on. Everything is aligned to this grid. So shift space pauses the game and brings this up. I like to use this sometimes just as a nice little reference for lining things up, because if I look in the map, you can kind of see that the pollution lines up along those as well. So it's a nice easy way to line stuff up. So I come in here and I get lined up on that row, and I want to run rails right through here because I'm not running into any sort of water or anything. It misses that, it misses that, misses that. So as long as I build between these two lines, I know I'm going to be pretty good. And I think I may actually first explore north and south just a little bit farther to make sure, because I don't want to build a main line and then immediately have to start turning it. I want to find a nice long straightaway stretch that's not going to be too difficult to just keep right on going with. And dodge the rock. If you get short on iron, start with a simple, shorter back and forth iron train between the base. Yes, so one of the things that you can do, and I'll actually show it here in a minute whenever I get up this way. You actually do not need any rail signals at all. All you need is rail transport in order to start bringing materials back to your base. This is actually looking really good. This is a nice, long, wide open space. Cool. So, actually, I'll just get out and I'll show it right here. Woo! Almost ran over myself. Okay, so if you come in here, let me look in the car. Yeah, okay. So you start out with a train track like this. You get some stations, and you can put a station at each end. And by default, they'll have some goofy names on them. I'm just going to call this one 1. So I'm going to call that one 1. Yep. And then come over here, and we're going to call this one 2. And then we're going to grab a couple of these, So you can put your trains on, put a cargo wagon in it, turn it around. Let's see if I thought I had coal. Yes, I do. So click here, click the inventory, locomotive, yeah. There we go. I only want to do that. Now control click this in here. So now what I can do is I can go into the train schedule and I can add 1 and 2. And because I've got an engine at each end, no path to the next station. Hold on. Turn those to 0. It's probably just confused because of where I placed it. Turn this to manual, and then I can drive it, get that started. There we go. Oh, wait, this needs to be on the other side. Yep, good call. They got to be on opposite sides, because one of these, you see these yellow arrows, that shows it's going to be arriving coming in that direction. If I put it up here, it's going to be trying to get a train to arrive coming from the right, which is not correct. That was a mess up on my part. But now, if you do this, the train can actually be set to go back and forth between these, and you don't need any signals in the middle at all. So as long as you can get to rail research, obviously if this is a really long track, it's going to take it forever to get there, and you can actually set it however long you want to stay. So I'll set that to 25 seconds. That train's going to sit there and unload for 25 seconds, and you just, the way that you get stuff on and off of these is just to butt up inserters right to them. Inserters into boxes, and that's essentially an unloading station. You may want to be a little bit safer by putting smart inserters. That's these green ones. Yeah, here, let me grab these. Also, another quick tip: if you've got 2 of the same type of item, you can click and hold, run along, and it will fast replace. And those blues just ended up back in my inventory. But one of the things you can do here is, like, let's say this is a copper train, this is a copper station, and then this is unloading off onto a bunch of copper belts here, and then these go off into my factory. Here's my unloaders. I want to make sure that nothing but copper ever ends up in this box, because if I end up with iron in there, I'm going to smelt it into iron, then I'm going to end up with iron on my copper lines, and it's just not going to be good. So what you want to do is you want to come up here to these and set them to copper ore only, because this is going to be a copper train. Hold shift, right click on the one that you just selected, and then you just left click on each one of these, and that will copy paste the settings of that inserter to the next one. So the main trick is put in your station first, let the train run to it to see where it stops, and then you can line up these inserters. Another important thing to note is that, here, let me change the direction here. If you look at a cargo wagon vertically versus horizontally, because of the angle that the camera is at, you see these boxes, the little red box around the cargo wagon, that's the only area that you can pick up from. It looks like you could get an inserter to pick up from here, but it probably won't. So you can actually only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can only get 5 inserters off of this box whenever it is north-south. Whenever this is east-west, you see how that box just extends a little bit farther each direction. You can get that guy, and this guy, just from experience, I'm pretty sure he's going to work as well. So you can actually get 7 inserters versus 5. Yeah, can sometimes get on that. Generally, you'll end up with 7, 7, a gap, 7, 7, a gap. So it's basically 14 gap, 14 gap, 14 gap, whenever you have all of your inserters along a train. Smart inserters are 14% slower than fast inserters, so keep that in mind when designing stations. I did not know that, Missouri. Thank you. Yeah, 7.3 tiles long. Cargo wagons are 7.3 tiles long when horizontal, and that causes the overlap issues. Sometimes with the gap there, that inserter will just refuse to grab out of either car, or it won't be consistent. And that's, I'm not sure if that's changed. I'm not sure how much the train mechanics have changed, but and actually all of my station designs are probably pretty old as well. I'm going to get yelled at a lot whenever I actually start building these stations, I'm sure. Okay. Matsuri, avert your eyes. Alright, so shift space, yep. I'm slightly on the... Oh, I got the shotgun out. I just shot something, didn't I? So I am here. If I float my mouse over this, and then I just hold S, and I don't do anything else, that'll tell me what chunk I'm lined up with. This is the wrong chunk. I want to be one to the west, because I wanted to avoid this lake. So I want to be lining my rails up in this chunk, probably just along the right-hand side of that. So that means I can go just off to the right here. Yep. And so shift space, shift space, shift space. Okay, please get off of the... There. Get on that. Alright, so I'm going to start with a main line. I want it to be expandable. So I'm going to do blank, blank, there, blank, blank, there, blank, blank, there. That is my main line. Actually, I might even go a little bit farther. Blank, blank, there, blank, blank, there. So this is what I'm making room for. Yeah, there we go. So that perfectly aligns with the chunk boundary. I just like to border it on the chunks because it makes it easier for me to line up later on if I'm trying to make something run into this exactly. I'm not going to put in 6 lines to start with. I'm only going to put in the center 2, but I like to measure this out so that I know exactly where everything is going to be. So now that I know that those are in the center 2 spots, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and start laying this rail. And this rail I would really love to put in with Farl, with the full blueprint automation and all that, but I don't have the luxury of blueprints yet, so we're going to have to just run it down and then run it back. I'm actually going to leave the car up here, I think, and I will just come back for it. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to need a little bit more length. There we go. We will go ahead and build a Farl. Farl, or fully automated rail layer, is one of the mods in Colonel Will's mod pack, and it is extremely useful on any large base. If you're doing a serious amount of rail work, you are absolutely going to want that. So let's do this. Let's put 25 in there, and 25 in there, ish. That's fine. So Farl will get in. You can actually automatically place signals, poles, concrete. I don't have that. I do have poles. I do have signals. Let me make sure that I've got everything out of the car that I need. Oh, yeah, rail is important. I've got all of the signals in my inventory. Cool. So I gotta make sure that there are rails in here. I gotta make sure there's signals in here. And power poles. So, yep, there we go. That should start right about there. Actually, I think it'll start that automatically. Yeah, Grommet style. That is one way to do it. Alright, so let's start. And, oh, unexpected error. Uh-oh, what version of Farl do I have? Oh, I don't think I can see the mod menu from in here. Never mind. Colonel Will's right, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. So, Farl is apparently broken. Let me try that one more time. Deactivated out of rails. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to place those. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Start. Farl, it places 1. Yeah, I must just have a, Let me see if I can get it to do it without either of those. Nope, I've got a broken version of Farl. I'll have to fix this later, unfortunately. Because I think I'd have to take down the stream in order to get to my mods list and do any of that stuff, so I'll fix that for next time. But for the moment, I'm just going to take this in, and this is what Colonel Will means by Wallace and Gromit style. Which, unfortunately, means I gotta get out and remove trees. Okay, that really sucks. Are you kidding me? Okay, now I think we're clear of those trees. Ah, there's another rock that's down here right in the way. Shotgun is much faster at getting rid of rocks than the assault rifle, by the way. The true enemy. Yes, rocks are the one true enemy. Oh, good grief. Hey, Fireblade! Long time no see. My fault more than yours, probably. Okay, there's that, and time to string this pole along. So if you find where the pole ends, you can just click, hold, and drag. You don't have to manually place every single pole. Place the first one and just keep your finger on the button and run along, and it will automatically space them out at the maximum distance for you. So, yeah, Will's got fancy blueprints and bots to do all of his dirty work. I don't have that quite yet. I'm sorry, this doesn't make for the most entertaining stream, but we'll be, oh, thank you, autosave. Yeah, that'll be good right there. So I'm going to lay this one going back and clear out any remaining... Is that... Yeah, that's correct. I'm going to lay this on the way back and clear out any remaining trees that I see, and then I'll lay the rest of it down. Pipes and underground belts. No, I don't think so. I don't think that works. Well, normally Farl would automatically lay both of these rails and the power poles and the signals all at the same time. And I would not be having to do this right now, but unfortunately this is just what I got to work with. Yeah, exactly, ASB. Exactly. Okay, so now, here's the Wallace and Gromit style. Just holding the button down. Whee! Makes kind of a fun sound, too. Nice. Haven't placed the first signal, though. Farl's not working. Oh! Oh. Is that it? Let's see. Place signals. Start. Is that it? Nope. It didn't like it because I've already placed this now. Yeah. You'd think that it would pop up a error message or something instead. But that's alright. I've got my main line laid, which was the goal of that exercise. Come over here. Oh, right. Hold on. I need to... I need to go grab the car again. I'm going to want that. Whee! There we go. Oops. Ran myself out of fuel. Right. Get these out of the way. Ah. Tree stumps. They're everywhere. I think actually I can fit in a rail yard right here. Let's see, I want horizontal loading. So I don't need coal just yet. I definitely need copper. No, it really is not a car-friendly game. Let me take a look at these. Oh, I hate that. There we go. Yeah. Okay. OpenTTD had a neat feature that allowed you to lay a series of signals all along a track automatically. Wish Factorio had that. Yeah, the Farl will do that. It is a mod at this point, though. The Farl will do that. I just either didn't set it up right or my version is broken at the moment. I'm going to make sure that I update that as soon as I'm done with the stream. So I think, yeah, there we go. There's lots of little oil splotches around. Cool. So I think I'm going to try to set these up so that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, these will be my potential station locations. And I'm just being picky with how I like to space them out. Okay, we'll start with this one for iron. Yep. We will call this the starter iron unload. And let's see, we'll go up here for copper. Starter copper unload. And we'll make another one right up here. Oh, are you kidding me? Is that gonna run? Okay. Man, I'm not. I'm sorry, guys. That's gonna bug me if I don't move these. That's gonna bug me so much. Stupid little trolley piece of water. Ah. Oh. Yes, I do not want any evil pimples on my main line. Or on any of my stations, for that matter. Landfill mod is a little bit cheaty, in my opinion. The water is an extra challenge. Landfill mod makes it way too easy, especially for like giant power plants and stuff. If you want to build a whole bunch of steam engines, things like that, finding a good spot to where the landscape will cooperate with you enough to actually build that is kind of an interesting challenge in RSO as well. That's one of the next things that I'm actually going to have to go looking for is a large body of water, because none of these are going to be big enough for the power plant that I want to build. None of them really have a straight side either. And I went for low terrain segmentation to try to make the lakes bigger and farther apart, so I have to do a little bit less turning. It'll be nice. We went insane a long time ago. Yeah. I'd say that was yeah. I realized that I was a little bit too into Factorio about the time that I didn't have access to Factorio, and so I started doing Excel sheets to play Factorio in Excel when I didn't have access to Factorio. So yeah, that'll be a coal station right here. Yeah, there's that. Okay. So, I think what we're going to want to start with is iron, because copper is not quite as critical in the early game. Ooh. I actually don't have a whole lot there. My spreadsheet's got impressive. And actually, did these come all the way through if I wanted to? Yeah. Not that one, though. So, essentially what's probably going to happen is that once I get all of these mined out, as far as all these starter resources, I'm going to tear this down and rebuild things a little bit better. I just need to be able to bring these in to power through the remainder of green science. Actually, is there anything I want to be researching at the moment? Bullet shooting speed, bullet damage, flammables, plastics, sulfur. Yeah, advanced oil processing would be nice to get to, but that's going to take a little while. Oh, tool belt. Why have I not done that yet? Is there a fast way to tear down stuff? Yes, it's called robots. Let's actually see how my pollution's doing. My pollution's alright. I'm happy with that. I know these are getting a little ticked off at me probably, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's see. That is actually not where I want that. I want to come down here and do iron first. station right at the end. Starter iron unload. Give this guy just a little bit of coal so he can go there and stop. Awesome. These will be my starter trains. It's just 141. Whenever you hear us talk about a 141 or a 262, that's talking about the number of engines relative to the number of cargo wagons. So this one is a 141 because I've got one engine, 4 cargo wagons, and then another engine facing backwards. No, the world generation is set to have water everywhere in this map, but it is set for low terrain segmentation, which means the lakes are going to be more like oceans, and they're going to be fairly far apart. And there will only be little scattered ponds, etc. in between. Oh, oops. Okay, that beeping noise is just because I'm not doing a good job of placing this rail correctly. Trying to place it out of my reach. Okay, now it's been forever since I built a rail section, or a rail junction, so please yell at me if I'm doing this wrong. I'm actually thinking I might even have a little staging area in case I want to do 2 trains. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, right there. Right there. Oops, okay. I missed. Great. I still missed. Wow. There. Yeah, this is a 141. A 262 is kind of the next system up. Carrying dead engines make trains slow. Yes and no. The actual speed of the train doesn't matter as much because you can compensate for it by having more trains on the line. By doing a parallel system like this, it gives me more control over where the trains go. One of the risks with loop-based systems is that trains can see, they will potentially see stops as actual valid paths to just roll straight through, and they may start routing through areas that you don't want them to. So that's why I prefer the terminus-based system instead of a loop-based system. Prefer to use 2 engines instead of loops. Makes rail stops very pleasing. Yeah, so the idea here is that this train comes along and there can be more trains up here that will queue up and wait for this spot to open. They'll sit right here at a signal and wait until this guy pulls out, and then this next train can immediately pull in. And you can have as many trains as you want on this system with virtually no fear of deadlocks if you design the intersections correctly. And you'll end up with much higher throughput just by having more trains rather than worrying about any individual train's speed. So we'll start with this. And we'll put one there and there. Can trains crash into each other? Yes, trains can definitely crash into each other if you've got your signaling wrong, or if there is a deadlocked junction. You can end up with situations. It's much more common for them to crash if you're in manual mode, though. That's the only time that I've really seen it happen on a regular basis. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, that research finishing always gets me. Let's see. Gates. No, no. Advanced electronics, solar energy, electric engines, advanced material processing 2, flight modules. Yeah, that's a good one to have. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of... I can always expand this later if I decide that I don't have enough throughput. So we'll do this, and that, that. Okay. Let's actually put all of these down here so that I've got them handy. We'll go starter copper unload. Oops. Okay. Actually, I need to go back and grab some more smart inserters. Gonna need quite a few of those, actually. So let's go ahead and uncap this a little bit. Let's say make 4 of those. Let's also get 4 of these going. Okay, alright, so to the rest of the Factorio engineers who've been playing more recently than I have, what has changed in terms of station design? The last I knew, it was the quickest and easiest to do something along these lines and then merge them all together with splitters. Is that still the case, or is there a better, more compact design? I'm going to go ahead and start building with this just to, or rather, there'd be buffer chests here, but actually I'm going to go make a bunch of steel chests. Oh, we're starting to run out of these already. There we go. Let's go. Advanced electronics 2, robotics, effect transmission, rocket defense, rocket science. Yeah, this is only showing up. This is the old end game. It's because I still have I have my rocket defense preserver mod that I made for Colonel Will so that he could keep his rocket defense train in the game. Let's see, modules. Ooh, yeah, modules would be nice. Okay, you need a row of boxes for the stack inserter bonus, then to the belts. Other than that, it's basically the same as always. Okay. Okay, and we'll come over here, grab these. We might as well pull those out and start making a bunch of those while we're at it. And I've got tons of steel steel chests. Just under 6 fast inserters into a single belt. Okay. That's fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. So Something along those lines. Oh, I still haven't crafted my chests yet. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there we go. I will probably upgrade these to red belts at some point. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, it would be really nice if the train would align perfectly to the tiles. I definitely agree on that. Let's see. So you say that 6 inserters can go onto a single belt. So, in other words, this design still works. I think this is how I remember it going. And we'll do like so. Actually, we don't even need the 4. I'm just gonna... yeah. Okay, there's that. There's this. Merge those two together. And then let's make a couple more splitters. Merge those two together. And then this will be the final balancer. Okay. Here's the official thread. Train position and length fix. Interesting. Train stations on national. Yeah, okay. That is interesting. Okay, cool. And I'm just gonna start by bringing out the 1 belt. Actually, I might as well go to 2. Well, we'll just go to 2 belts here. So that's the iron started with. And I might as well bring in... yep, bring this in too. And start fueling. Yep. And I'm filtering this for coal just because I want it to, if something else pulls up here... oh, no, wait, I don't need... what am I thinking? No, if you're at the far side and you're mining coal, you want to be careful. The splitter compresses better if both sides can output, so it ends up doing a lane balancer that Medzuri hates with a passion. I think what I'm going to go with is actually 2 lines into the base. In between the water holes and your start base. These are just going to be the first 2 trains to make sure that this base can continue to make whatever I want. So if I get stuck in a bind, I can wall this off. My interest here is mostly survival. The water actually makes it nice and easy to wall off chunks of this a lot easier to keep the biters at bay if I have to. Eventually this base, you're correct, eventually this base will be retired, but probably not until the point that I have the ability to more easily push back the biters. I'm going to start focusing into military tech and power armor, that sort of stuff, after this, most likely. And then once I've got the ability, I probably won't go too far into blue science. Like, I might make a quick little manual blue science assembler with just like 4 assembly machines surrounding a chest and set it up to essentially crank out just the amount of blue science that I need for maybe modular armor and advanced oil processing, a couple things like that, just so that I can get more established. But I'm not really going to be focusing on blue science with this base. I'm just going to be trying to get all the early to mid-game tech. And when I actually want to do blue science, I'm probably going to build somewhere out here. I'm thinking maybe even tap directly into these. I'm not sure. I'll put it somewhere along the main line and have the actual main base in a more convenient location. So yeah, we'll just start with this. And this base is by no means going to be perfect or even the optimal way to start a base or anything like that. I'm just trying to give people an idea of what I do whenever I'm doing an RSO map, where I've got to deal with the really spread out resources. Ooh, actually, I want to grab those. Just trying to give people a general feel for what the start of the game looks like and how some of my decision-making works. There's not necessarily a right or wrong way to play the game. Yep. There we go. So that will fuel up my train. Oh, yep, limit the coal chests. Good call, thank you. Probably 2 is enough. 2 should be more than enough for these. They're not going a long range. They'll get filled up either way. Okay, so there I've got my unload, which will plug into these as soon as they start running low. Actually, we're already starting to get a little bit out. Is this thing going to run out of coal soon? Please. Please. Actually, for that 124, I'm going to do this. I'm tired of looking at this ugly mess. Give me one of those, and yeah, there you go. Just get rid of that, please. And then I need one of these. I can actually scoot this over to here. Yeah, that'll be good. Throw that there, throw that there. Awesome. Awesome. Can also set a filter for the slots in the inventory of the cargo wagon. Yeah, that is true. So if I wanted to make sure that this thing was iron only, I could actually come in here and middle click and click on that. Yeah, but it takes a little bit of doing. And I think it's shift middle click, or it's control middle click to clear it. So I tend to set the filters here, so just in case I accidentally park a copper train here, I won't unload the copper. And that way I don't have to set anything on those individual locations. Okay, so now this is the other thing I gotta figure out. How do I best get there? That'll work. Yeah. Just do this. This isn't exactly pretty either because I don't have substations yet. So it doesn't steal fuel if a train gets parked in front of my inserters. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing too. Or just between the inserters. Yep. Oh, so I need to wire this back up to the main grid, so I think this is actually a perfect opportunity to use one of these. Actually, I already had some. Ha. There we go. So those unloaders are working. Those will bring iron ore down to here. And this one will do copper ore, but I'm not super concerned about it yet. Let's see, how much fuel have you got? You got plenty of fuel. There we go. Okay, we are going to do drive on the left. Also, I need to go ahead and complete my line here. Yep, so there's that. Sure, there we go. Hey, Miniman. Nice to see you again. Okay, actually, I should signal this as I go along. Would probably be a good idea. I'm just gonna line it up with the power poles because it's a nice, easy reference. Okay, let's see if I can get a good speed going. Yep. Oh. There we go. And like I said, if I had Farl working, this whole line would have gone a lot faster. Because I could have automated this whole thing. I really need to get blueprints. But that involves getting robotics. Should actually be almost to where I want to turn off. So I guess this is actually a good example of how you would do a rail line if you wanted to actually implement it in vanilla. So there's that. We're going to come over here and build a station. I'm actually tempted to build it just kind of right below this so that I can maybe just run some long belts down to the other one and not have to worry about relocating the station later. Yeah. call this outpost iron 1. And we'll drop this on there. Let's see if I got fuel. Yeah, there you go. Go there. So it's really important to make sure that you run the train and let the train pick where it stops, because that way it'll be consistent as you build it. You'll know exactly where this train stop is actually going to be. There's the other train. So now I can line up my inserters based on that. And those are all backwards. Let me turn that around. And actually, I don't even need these to be smart, because they're only going to have iron flowing into them. Okay, there's that, and I'm out of steel. Well, almost. I'll come back and finish the rest of that off in a little bit. I want to run this back, and we will start like so. And there's a reason that I'm running dual lines all the way to the station instead of, for example, just splitting it off here and then merging it into a single line. Because at this station, I want this train to clear the way as fast as possible. So this bypass line with this drive on the left, that other train is going to come up here on the left-hand side, and its nose is going to kind of angle down here, and it's going to stop, and it's going to wait at a signal that I put right there. And then as soon as the train that's loading here leaves, this one will move into the station. And this one is free to bypass it all the way back to the main line. So it's a throughput optimization. Yep, and hopefully I've got enough rail on me. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go right there. And right there. 1, 2, 3. Out of the way. So there we go. I also can't wait for the 0.13 update, because there's some enhanced rail laying capabilities in that. Okay. Alright, everybody's going to have to make sure that I signal this junction correctly. So there's that. This is going to be the output side there. This is going to be the output side there. And then because this is about to do a crossing, I think I need a chain signal right there. And this one, because it's going to cross... Oh no, wait, so that one's... Yep, power switch as well is going to be one of them. So I think this needs to be right there. I can actually move that up a little bit. And move that up a little bit. Okay. A chain signal coming south. Ah, yes. This point right here, and I'm going to be just a little bit before. Cool. So that chain signal will make sure that it can get out over here, so it won't block that intersection. This will make sure that it can get out over here, so it won't block that intersection, which means that I want these two sections here to be at least as long as the train. So that is essentially a chunk and a half. I'll actually do that on the way back. And for those of you that just joined, Shift Space does the chunk overlay, so you can kind of measure things. It pauses the game and shows you exactly where the game tiles are, where the chunk boundaries are. So a chunk and a half is going to be like right there-ish. Let's go a little bit farther than that. Chunk and a half will be kind of just past this grass here. There we go. And we'll just come right down there. That's actually probably good. I'll just space this out a little bit more evenly. Perfect. Oh, yeah, move the train to get measurement. That is a very good point. Okay. And I'm glad I did that because I got it wrong. So, right there. Yep, thank you, Kay. Good call as always. And that chunk is plenty long enough, as is this one. Nice. So this, I think, is actually going to be my first iron train. So outpost iron 1, starter iron unload. 30 seconds is fine. Go ahead and go. Did I put those stations in the wrong order? Yeah, it's trying to go to outpost iron 1, so go to that one. Yep. Starter iron unload. There you go. Thank you. So we'll do this. Roll this all the way back. And I want you to take me to starter copper unload, just to get me back to the base. So I need more steel for boxes, I need more belt, I need more inserters, probably some more medium power poles, and a whole bunch of mining drills. Yes, it does. You run into the end of the rail and they just stop immediately. It's kind of hilarious. Okay, got that, got that. Let's go grab some iron. I know I made an iron chest down here. Or steel, sorry. I want to actually make another stack. Okay. How's my ammo coming along? Yeah, so let's actually do that. And I'm just going to put all of the garbage ammo over there. Nice. And let's also make a whole bunch of steel chests. Ooh. See, we're starting to... Oh, no, that one was still going. What am I doing? We're starting to run out. Yeah, that one's empty. That one's empty. That's finally gone. This can go away. That can go away. Can finally remove this little kink. actually, that actually can go back a little bit farther. And we'll just do like that. Can this move down just one? There we go. Yes, game, I know. That mod's warnings can get a little bit annoying. Actually, yeah, stop all. Hold on. Okay, so this one, yeah, you stop. What is this one? Run. No, you shouldn't be. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I didn't signal that, I bet. Yep. Yes, I have blueprint string. The button is not showing up right now because I have not yet researched blueprints. So that train is waiting because I haven't yet signaled this station. There we go. Okay, so this needs to be a chain signal before that crossing. That needs to be a chain signal before that crossing. And I can just put these right after it. So, yeah, there we go. That goes straight in, no problem. That goes out, no problem. That's on out, that's on in. I can actually move this up a bit. And that. Okay, so signals. Oh, man. Do we have any commands on that? Any good references? Because I'm not sure I'm the best person to explain it. I don't know what they each do. Okay, so the simplest type of signal is this one, just the red-green. This is the rail signal. And what it does is it divides the rail network up into blocks. So, essentially, if there's a train in this next segment, here, actually, let me see. Yeah, so here, if I put this farl down here, this train is, or this signal is looking ahead to see if this path is clear. So if I put a farl on here, that signal goes red. That will not let this train come out of the station because it would run into this guy. If I remove him, it goes green again. So that's the simplest mechanism that there is. Now the problem there is that, for example, whenever you have a crossing like this, you've got, this is all one block in the middle of all these signals. From here up to here, this whole little intersection right here is all one block of rail track. So the interesting thing here is that if you just had a signal there and a signal here, like here, watch what happens when that other train comes back. If I put a farl train right there, and that thing's gone way up there, but yeah. Whenever it comes back, what you'll see is that it'll come down here. This signal's green, this signal's green, this signal is green, this one is red because this train is beyond that signal leaving the junction. So what will happen is this train's going to come all the way down and it's going to stop at the red signal. The problem is that it's blocking this lane right here. So as soon as there is a train sitting here waiting at that junction, this all goes red. So now you cannot have a train leave this way. And actually I can fix that one particular thing by breaking the block right there. So now that train can go that way. But here's a potential issue though, is that, oh look, Now the train, if this other train that's off over here to the east wants to leave, this guy is waiting on this guy. This guy's going to get a red signal right here. If this is a normal signal, if everything's normal here, that is a deadlock. So this train is going to try to come this way, and it's going to park up there. This train's going to try to come this way, and because he blew past this signal right here, he's not going to be able to get on down farther, and he's going to block this other train from leaving, which may end up going around in a big circle and causing the whole system to back up. Now compare that to when I replace these with chain signals. You'll notice that this chain signal is looking ahead to see what the status of the next signal is. It's making sure that the next signal ahead is also clear so that this train can get out of the intersection. It doesn't want to let the train go into the intersection if it can't escape. That way you prevent this from being blocked. So now if I come up here and I run this train again, you'll notice he pulls in and he stops the chain signal. And he will not enter and block this intersection until the exit is free. As soon as the exit is free, he'll go ahead and cross, and as soon as he gets out of that section, everything goes green again. What about loops, Mock? Or Mike? Yeah. And also, by the way, this right here, where they're both leaving, this does not count as a place that would need chain signals because this is not a crossing. There's two entrances, but only one exit. It's whenever you have a place where multiple trains could cross paths without using the same exit. So it's basically anywhere that they cross, or anywhere that you have multiple entrances, or sorry, multiple exits from a single entrance. Sometimes you can use chain signals there for queuing and things. But the primary thing, the rule that you should generally follow is put a chain signal before an intersection, before any crossing point where two different trains could want to come in and leave in their own unique ways at the same time. So I hope that helps. I hope that kind of clarifies on the signaling of that junction and why I put those chain signals in. Speaking of signals, do I not have... Yeah, I'm going to want to make a whole bunch more of those. So that means I need some more iron plate. Let's also throw this in right here. Iron plate, where are you? There you are. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take it all. I'll burn through it eventually. Dump that. Let's get another round of bricks. I've got my steel furnaces well on the way. We'll grab a little bit more of that. Let's go ahead and upgrade these. I love these new steel furnace graphics. And this is another instance where I'm just doing the quick replace. Actually, hold on, I need 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. The quick replace, you just float over the like-for-like item that you want to swap out. Click and hold, and drag it along, and it will just replace them. In this case, it's not trying to place one here because there's other stuff in the way. But if I did just keep running after the end of that line, for example, it will start placing new ones, so you do have to be careful about that. If you got too wide gaps in here, it may place where you don't want it to. But anytime that you've got a continuous packed line like this, where there's no wrong place it could possibly put, it's really easy to do the quick replace. Like that. Let's see. I think I'm actually getting to the point where, I'm not actually able to keep up with the iron ore demand anymore. A few of those inserters are stuck holding coal. Oh, yeah, they are. Let's see. I wonder if that happened when I replaced it. Okay, and those aren't outputting because the iron is backed up. And those are completely full. So, yeah. I'm not 100% sure why that happened, actually. I haven't seen that in quite a while. They're usually pretty good about it. Nice, so I'm actually getting enough steel now to keep up with this. I'm pretty happy about that. Let's come up here, and I'm just going to want some more fast inserters. Yeah, player's inventory full. Oh no! Yeah. Oh. Really? Those have had garbage in them for how long now? Yep. Wonderful. Grab those. Yeah, I got way too much belt in my inventory. Way too much. Drop the burner mining. Oh, do I still have those in my inventory? Good grief. Yep, okay. That tells me I have not actually cleaned out my inventory ever. So let's do that. Where did I put that box? I think I put it up here by the Nope, it's down here. This is where the old power plant was. So I'm going to, yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. Don't really need that, or yeah. Oops, wrong button. Don't need that. Actually got kind of too many of those. Don't need the little one or that. Yeah, just kind of getting some of this extra junk. Don't need those. I'm going to keep the rail stuff on me just in case. Ooh, there's an attack. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle clicking the toolbar will kind of sticky items in that position, and hitting X flip switch rows on top. I'm gonna make these there, put that up there. I'll make this my combat and repair. Make this my actual building row. I'm just going to put these down here for the moment. And let's put the steel chests right there. And let's also make a whole bunch more steel chests. Alright. Alright. Go to outpost. Yep, you can eat the raw fish, and it gives you plus 20 hit points. Yeah, anytime you see shadows floating in the water, just hold right-click on them, and you can get fish that way. Indeed you can. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to get this ore patch set up, get the ore coming in, and then I'll probably wrap up the stream there. So probably another half an hour or so. And I don't know if I'm even going to need to set this entire thing up either. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Yep. This is another one of those tasks that's made much easier with access to robots. Yep, defenses are definitely a necessity up here. This thing is going to create one massive pollution cloud. And I don't even have enough miners to power the whole thing, to set the whole thing going yet. Mining drills. Okay, so that. Yep, the power poles go in the non-belt rows. And these are going to continue on up a little ways. Not that one, though. That one doesn't need to go there. These two will. And there will actually be another one. 1, 2, 3, right there. So bring those down. Let's see. Nope. Those spiders in the south are getting annoying. I'm gonna have to go deal with them sooner rather than later, I think. Yep. Right there, right there, right there, right there. Okay, I got 6 of these coming in. Trying to decide how I want to do this. I think the side rows are going to be smaller than the center, so yeah, what is the layout of this thing? So these 2 rows are going to be pretty heavy, and these 2 rows are going to be pretty heavy. The outside 2 will be a little bit less so. So what I will do is, yeah, bring these in like this. Yeah, this is nowhere near enough iron. This is just iron to get me started. I'm just having a little bit of trouble deciding how I want to run the belts. I guess it doesn't really matter, though, since I'm so close. Let's just start with that. That one's a nice straight shot. Run this one down. That one down. Yeah, this will work. There we go. Yeah, let's see where the power poles connect up. Doo-doo-doo. Come on, you're in here somewhere. Okay, it's right there. Click and hold. There we go. There we go. And we'll start loading. Nice. I can't quite reach it over there. Dang it. Have to run down each of these lines now. There we go. Yep, there we go. There we go. That's a little bit of iron coming in. Yeah, this is gonna be just a really slow little station. We're not even getting full compression out of it yet. That's gonna take a while. I should actually, now that I think about it, I should probably do a balancer in here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. You'll get there. Oh, also, by the way, for anybody who's new, this iron patch, the reason it is so large and also so far away from the main base is that I'm playing with a mod called RSO, Resource Spawner Overhaul. And what it does is it starts you out with a very small amount of all the critical ores. It's nowhere near enough to beat the game, though. Um, Up here, it will, and just generally, the farther out you go, the more and more resources you will find, but they're very, very sparse. They're very far apart, but they're really big patches. So what it does is it really encourages you to use train lines. This right here is the beginnings of a much bigger rail network. So this is not a vanilla game. This is with RSO, which is something that I highly recommend after you've beaten the game in vanilla. If you're looking for more of a reason to use trains or just looking for more of a challenge in general, this is a very fun way to do it. I really like this mod. What are too small? Does this mod increase resource requirements significantly? No, it doesn't increase resource requirements. It's just that my goal with this save is not to beat the game. I am not really interested in just launching a rocket and calling it done. I want to be able to launch hundreds of rockets. And this, by the way, is a 4-way equal load balancer, and I hope I'm doing this correctly. Those two there. I feel like I'm forgetting something. The middle two lanes need to be balanced, don't they? Okay, so that's correct. All right. Awesome. So now I just need to route these in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was that I needed a splitter right there to balance the middle two lanes. Let me know if that's not right. There we go. So that will make sure that I'm loading the iron evenly into all 4 rail cars. So let's say that I completely deplete this row, and there is no more iron coming in from that particular lane. This little arrangement right here, it looks complicated, but all the splitters do is move stuff evenly between rows. So what this is doing is taking this line and splitting it evenly between the 2 middle rows, which these two are then splitting evenly across all 4. You'll see that this one comes in here and splits evenly across these right 2, and then this one splits evenly across the outer 2. And the net effect is that by the time any one of these incoming streams goes through all of these, it will always spit out exactly the same number of inputs. So actually, let me come up here and shut this off, and I will actually show you. Let me just grab some iron ore here. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to drop 4 iron ore onto this line right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now watch what happens as they flow through this contraption. One onto each line. And it doesn't matter which input I put it on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter where it goes. It will always come out evenly. Okay. That was not expected. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. That may have just been because it was remembering from the previous one. There we go. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Z. If you tap Z with something in your hand, it will drop them. So yeah, there's that's interesting. They're not going completely evenly there. Yeah, top splitters. Oh, yep. Thank you. Top splitter is on the wrong side, so this needs to go after these two. Which means these actually need to be moved up. That's what I messed up. Yep, there's that. Okay, so there's that. And you'll see as soon as I plug those in, these are going to fill up the rest of the way. See how it's evenly coming out? There we go. It's still even. No matter what combination of inputs you have here, no matter how messed up it is, the outputs will always be equally balanced across all of these chests and all of these cargo wagons. And now, do I not have enough for defenses? Yeah, I've got a few. I'm going to start putting some of these in. Because this is going to attract a heck of a lot of attention. There's just no way around it. And actually, is that just worms up here? Yeah. Oh, that's a medium worm too. Okay. You know, now that I think about it, I'm probably don't want this thing running. I probably shouldn't have let it run as long as I have without getting the defenses up. I'm going to take this down just for a minute. Power is going red. Yeah, I've got a lot of issues to work out now. So, let's see. Where did I leave my car? Oh, that's right. I took the train up here. So let's hop on here and send this to starter iron unload. And actually, I think, yeah, we're completely full. So we've got a complete load of iron now. And if anyone wants to see what a 64 belt balancer looks like, take a look at this. Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. That's awesome. No, I didn't. I'm actually out of, I don't have enough ammo. So I'm just going to rush over here and grab a bunch of ammo and craft up a bunch of turrets. What do I need for turrets? I need more copper plate. So, yeah, we'll just stand here. I don't think I had a, yeah, that's good enough. What? 6? Oh, I need iron. I need gear wheels. Okay, gear wheels. And iron plates. I'm actually going to go ahead and make a box for that. Right click, let's do it. It's getting owned. Yep, we gotta go up there right now. Oh, but I didn't get enough. Okay, come on, I gotta get the ammo. Gotta have the ammo to deal with this. Yep. Come on. Give me all that. Okay, come on. Turn off. I want you to drive manually. Oh, Dang it. There we go. Fortunately, stuff's not getting destroyed very quickly, so I think it's just a small attack. That train's not damaged, that's good. Yeah, it's real small. It's just the first wave. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I'm okay with this. And then I shot my own... Shooting my own mining drills. Good job, me. Okay, have I got anything on hand to make a couple of those? Oh, actually, I do. Let's just make a bunch of those real quick. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just start putting in guns up here. Actually, I've got 100 of those with me. How many walls can I make? I can only make 20 walls. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. I'm just gonna... do a nice little concave here. Now this side, I don't really expect biters to come from, but I want to defend it just in case, so I'm only going to put 25 in. I really don't expect that ammo to get used up nearly as much. Same thing with this side. Actually, I don't want those there. I want those to go out a little bit farther. Yeah, right there. Actually, there's a... yeah, 27, sure. I'm actually going to go ahead and just make all of those that I got on me. Because if maybe I can finish this off while I'm up here, then I won't have to come back. Oh, hold on, did I line that up right? No, of course not. I'm picky. Alright, that one's not needed. Yeah, actually, okay, so trains... Settings... Oh, that's a station filter. I thought there was a way to turn off those little notifications. Okay, that's Evo GUI. No. Medzuri's done a bunch of them. Yeah, Medzuri is an absolute wizard with splitters and underground belt. He's done a lot of builds. Okay, there's a tiny little sliver here that I haven't got set up to mine yet. Dang it. And I'm out of iron. That's alright. Okay. Got a basic outpost set up. Should be enough to get things running. Yeah, actually, I want you to go to the outpost Iron 1. Just go park over there for a second. So here's another situation where I can explain signals a little bit. These two signals are essentially defining this block here as being bidirectional. This one says you can enter from this side, this one says that you can leave from this side. So this train is blocked by that signal because that signal looks ahead and sees that the terminus station, your roll-on, roll-off station here, it's occupied. So this train is going to wait out of the way. He's not going to come into this intersection until this train actually fully leaves. So let's go ahead and set this guy off. I'm going to tell him to only go to starter copper unload and then just park there. So there we go. That guy's going to run off. This signal's going to go green, or yellow, because he was reserving that next block. Signals turn yellow if the block is already reserved by another train. That's another rule that these have. But yeah, it went yellow for a sec, which let this guy move in, and yeah, they're both regular signals. Chain signals look like this. And actually this one right here will go red for a second, and then it's going to change green as soon as that clears. Yeah. Chain signals have the little pad off to the left. The normal signals look like 3 lights sticking out of the ground. And I just realized I left the trip. That train just went all the way back to base without me. It is being unloaded right now. Let me remote control it. This is the Fat Controller mod. It is awesome. Get back here.
Did you miss your train?
Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing I did. I really don't want to have to run all that way, so I'm just going to wait for that train. Yeah, so I think next time what I'm going to need to do before I really get this outpost going is I'm going to need to explore a lot more of the area around here and clear out any biters that are in the vicinity. Generally, I like to push the biters back just so that my pollution cloud isn't touching them. Yeah, I know that the Fat Controller mod is working now. Where will you tie in the iron when it's delivered? I will show you in just a second. Let's go back to this view and tell it... Oh, it's already going. Perfect. So we're going to ride back to base. I think this is probably where I'm going to wrap it up for the evening. The radar, you mean? Yeah, I should really get some efficiency modules going as well. The power is going to be red as soon as I turn all those on, as KD3 pointed out earlier. So yeah, I'm going to have this go ahead and park up. And stop. Better chest balance if you use this 1-to-6 splitter to go into the chests. Oh, yeah. I remember those. I've actually used those before. There's a 1-to-6, and I've also done a 1-to-7, I think. Okay, I'll make a note here to rework that next time. If I forget, though, somebody remind me. that's a that link that Jackalope posted will make sure that not only like the balancer above makes sure that it's even between all the cars. That balancer will make sure it's even between all of the chests. So these two iron belts, by the way, these are going to come in here, and basically as soon as this is gone, I'm going to rip up all this old smelting, and I'm probably just going to build a bank of smelters just right down in this area. Nice large set of iron here, probably steel here, and maybe copper up here. And then I'll also bring in coal off of this station. So I'll have coal, copper, and iron. Those will all flow into here, and I'll have just... I'll expand this base a little bit more so that it manufactures some very basic oil-based products. I want some advanced circuits. I want some roboports. I want some robots. I want just all of the essentials for building a larger base so that then I'll have blueprints and I'll have the robots to use the blueprints, and I'll have all the components already pre-made, all of the inserters and assembly machines and all the other little bits to make a larger base. And at that point, this will essentially be the base building base. There are a couple things of blue science that I might want, but it's not enough to fully automate blue science. I'll probably just make a row of blue science assemblers and just manually dump a bunch of stuff in or dump it on the belts to get it assembled and get it piped into these labs. Just to crank out, for example, let's see, what's one of the ones that I was thinking of? Advanced oil processing. This one makes it way easier to get lots of petroleum, and therefore makes it way easier to get lots of plastic and batteries, because petroleum is required for both of those. Um, the heavy and the light oil just aren't as useful, so the more petroleum you can get, that's why this is so good. Before I get my oil industry going, I'd really like to have as much of this as possible. You'll need just a little bit of oil to start making the science packs. But as soon as I get 75 of these, this is always the very first blue science thing that I research, because it just makes everything else so much more efficient after it. Looks like the visitors from that northeast nest are poking at... Yes, yeah, they are. And that's actually a good point. Before I go, that is one more thing that I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and radar up a little bit. Because I haven't done that, and I would really like to start scanning some of these surroundings. Let's get 4 of them. I think 4 should be enough to grid this place a little bit. Let's drop that in there. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. So, radar has a pretty decent coverage. It's actually 1 tile farther than you can see. So if I do that, you'll see that that's going to fade down a little bit. Should in a sec. Yeah, there it goes. So it's fading. The radar sees pretty much exactly 1 tile farther than your character can see. So I'm going to go and place these. Will, you're still around? Go to sleep, man. Okay, so I want to place this one. I actually want to go up one more. No, actually, I'm getting attacked from that direction, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to place these kind of at the extreme 4 corners of my base. I'll place one there. I like to align these to a grid later on so that I get as much out of them as possible. But for now, I'm just going to kind of put them at the extremities of my base. Actually, those 2 will probably get what I want. Yeah, that's good enough. I've got the main base covered. I'll put a radar up there next time, but I'm pretty much ready to go. Yeah, they're poking. They're poking. Okay, so next time it's gonna be some more more biter killing, some more exploration, a little bit more research, and probably getting the copper outpost up and running. I'll probably plumb that one in from up above. Ah, okay, Will. Okay, so, yeah, you're gonna go launch your stream? Okay. Um, yeah, everybody head on over to, Mike's channel, because I'm gonna wrap it up here, and, I will, yeah, let me go ahead and make sure that I get the game saved. So the RSO stream is saved. This is where we'll come back next time. And I think I'm pretty much just going to guest stream on this channel. Yep, just click on his username and that'll go. Yep, okay, we'll do a host as well. Cool. Alright, well, thanks everybody for watching. See y'all next time.